the late 10th century, a man named Erik Thorvaldsson, better known as Erik the Red. He embarked on a journey that would etch his name into the annals of history. Born around 950 AD in Norway, Erik grew up in a world dominated by the Norse spirit. That spirit thrived on exploration and ambition. His fiery nickname was not just a nod to his red hair, but also to his bold and sometimes tempestuous nature. He would become synonymous with Greenland, a land that would serve as both his exile and his legacy. Erik's family fled Norway when his father, Thorvald Avuldsson, was exiled for manslaughter, a fate that seemed to haunt the family. They settled in Iceland, but Erik's life there was no less than tumultuous. In 982 AD, after a series of violent disputes that left multiple men dead, Erik was banished from Iceland for 3 years. Rather than despair, Erik seized upon this exile as an opportunity for discovery. He had heard whispers of a land to the west, cited by earlier Norse voyagers like Gunnbjorn Ulfsson, but they were largely unexplored. Sailing westward with a small crew, Erik reached Greenland's forbidding shores, a place of towering glaciers, rugged fjords, and harsh winds. Where others might see only desolation, Erik saw an opportunity. The fertile patches of land in the fjords offered potential for farming, and the abundant waters promised rich fishing grounds. For 3 years, he explored the island, mapping its coasts, identifying areas suitable for settlement. And when his exile ended, Erik returned to Iceland with grand tales of this Greenland, deliberately naming it to entice settlers with the promise of prosperity. It was a calculated marketing ploy that would define his legacy. So, in 985 or maybe 986 AD, Erik organized an expedition to Greenland, setting sail with 25 ships filled with settlers, livestock, and supplies. The journey was perilous, and only 14 ships reached the destination. The settlers established 2 main colonies, the eastern settlement near modern-day Qaqortoq and the western settlement near Nuuk. These Norse communities survived by building sod and stone homes, raising sheep and cattle, and hunting seals and caribou. Erik himself established Brattahlid, a farm near present-day Qasiarsuk, which became the political and cultural heart of Greenland. Under Erik's leadership, the Norse settlements thrived for a time. His influence extended through his children, most notably his son, Leif Erikson. Around 1000 AD, Leif explored Vinland, believed to be modern Newfoundland, Canada, and he forged a symbolic link between Erik's lineage and the New World. Now, there's no direct evidence he established permanent settlements or left descendants in North America at that time. However, Erik's other children, Thorvald, Thorstein, and Fridis, they remained in Greenland and Iceland, where their descendants continued to shape Norse society. Many modern Icelanders claim ancestry from Erik based on medieval sagas. With significant Icelandic immigration to the United States in the 19th and 20th centuries, particularly in North Dakota and Minnesota, some Americans of Icelandic heritage do share ancestral ties with Erik the Red and Greenland. Despite early successes, the Norse presence in Greenland gradually faded. By the 15th century, the settlements were abandoned due to a combination of factors. Let it be a little ice age, a cooling climate, they say, isolation from European trade routes, and competition with the indigenous Thule people. Yet Erik's achievements, they were remarkable. He expanded the known world for his people and demonstrated that Norse resiliency and ingenuity are second to none. They're able to adapt in one of the planet's harshest environments and thrive. And Greenland's story, it did not end with the Norse. Centuries later, its location and resources would attract the attention of global superpowers. During World War II, the United States established Thule Air Base as a strategic foothold in the Arctic, cementing Greenland's role in international affairs and forever creating a bond between the two countries. And today, the bond between Greenland and the United States is extremely strong. It's built on mutual respect, scientific collaboration, and shared commitments to security and environmental stewardship. And this partnership directly echoes Erik the Red's pioneering spirit. This relationship reminds us how one man's vision of a remote, icy land continues to shape history far beyond its frozen shores. These are Interesting Things with JC.